So OpenAI was down this morning. ChatGPT stopped working. Looks like it's back on. Euro's got access to the GPTs now. As you can see,
Oh
they
yeah.
have the ones that are by ChatGPT, and I think they've released it to the enterprise folks so they can create GPTs. And then I think by the end of the week or so, we should all have access to make GPTs. So like I said, I was going to make one for customer support, and one for if you want to do dev on our open source stuff. Which, you know, if if OpenAI goes down, Haley goes down. So we need to have a fallback. And so I was looking at this morning Palm 2. So that's doing comparisons between GPT-4 and ChatGPT with Palm 2. Palm 2 is not as good, but if stuff is down, better to have something than nothing. So we're thinking about maybe having in our code we have the OpenAI service layer, but even above, like we might want to move that up a bit or have something else where you have like a GPT service layer. So you can swap out different models or backend services however you like. So we try, OpenAI twice. If it fails twice, then we fall back to Palm 2. So, and yesterday we did have problems with rates, right? So we did 100 or so calls to the new GPT Turbo, and we got hit with the rate limit. So I requested increasing that from 100 to 10,000. And they said, OpenAI says they'll get back to you within 5 business days or something. So we'll see if they approve that or not. On my end was looking into PG Vector, Postgres Vector database. It's a plugin. Alice deployed it on Cloud SQL. So that's up and running now. A lot of the actual use for it, you have to do like actual SQL queries. So I'm going to try to do something where I take Pinecone's API, which is fantastic. It's easy to use, understandable, and then just do a wrapper around PG Vector. So if we just plop in our version of it, the interface is the same, but the implementation is different. So just an abstraction from like a shim over that for that API. Posted 2 new blogs, some cool open source projects. Was working on another one where I was comparing GPT-4 with Palm 2, and almost had it done. I did all the comparisons, but then actually writing the blog, then ChatGPT went down, and there goes my writing ability. Me and Yura had our one-on-one earlier. We were talking about like if OpenAI goes down and you're not able to create embeddings, are we able to still get those messages in there? And that is the case for when we're backloading a channel, but not the case right now if you're doing messages on the fly. So we're probably going to put any new messages that we're trying to do embeddings on into task queue also. That will then do the retry and whatnot if things fail, so we don't lose messages. And we also need to look into rate limits of Google Tasks, make sure that's at a high enough level that if we do scale up, that we're aware, we get notified that we're hitting that limit, and then we can ask for bumping that limit. Talked with you about some outstanding tasks about pushing prod for our semantic search, easy audit, smart search feature. And it's 1 or 2 things. One is authentication. And there are some corner cases that we don't handle right now, and you're going to make cards for that so we don't forget to come back to them later. We will also move our prod log level from debug to info, so we make sure that we don't log any sensitive information. That's not going to be a problem until we actually have paying customers using it. And then today I'll be working with Alice about getting that open chat deployment. Yura, your end?
Yeah, I was working on the improvements of the indexation service, which I mentioned yesterday. The authentication and so on. And I plan to finish that today probably. Yeah. Besides that, I played with GPT. There, this new cool stuff that they have, and that's probably it.
Okay, thank you. Fede?
On my side, yesterday I started like designing how we use like the assistant API.
Mhm.
There are some corner cases. I think the biggest one is like when someone edits a message, we will need to, I guess, recreate the whole thread on OpenAI because we don't know which message was updated, or we need to find it somehow. The other cases, I think, like we could handle. But yeah, I think it's doable. The other thing is, I think the assistant API is like just for one-on-one, like with an assistant,
Mhm.
and you can with the other API you could like set a name for the message, so who was like talking. And in the assistant API you don't have that. It's just user or assistant. I don't know how do we handle like threads where multiple users are interacting with Haley. So yeah, we'll need to test that. And I started working on my presentation until ChatGPT went down.
Crap his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I told you guys, I was gonna put a video of like Kermit the Frog panicking. I'm like, this is OpenAI production team right now, trying to hose down the fire. Um, okay, yeah. So if you can look into like the fallback, I can send you the code that I have. It's super simple. I think I did send it to you. If not, I'll send it to you. But it's just like um, what we'll use to fall back if OpenAI goes down, right? Or if you
Yep.
hit rate limits, if we had 2 rate limits, use the other service so that way the rate limit that not that we're imposing, but the rate limit that's being imposed on us, that we work around it. So I'll send you that code, and that shouldn't take too long because it's super simple API. So that's still kind of risky because it's using kind of a preview thing, and I didn't find where the rate limits are, but better to have that than nothing. So, all right. Anything else? Are you taught which coloring book hero? Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess it just uses DALI under the hood.
But you're not specifying like in ChatGPT, at least for me right now, they're supposed to switch over. You have to specify the model, and now they're auto detecting. Can you have it search a website if you give it a link?
Right here?
Yeah, like say, hey, can you make a coloring book based off of this link's information?
Yeah, let's try it.
Try Haley.
Yep. Just the main page?
Yeah, just give it the main page. Hey, give me a page for a coloring book based off of this website.
Give me page for book.
See if it has Bing access. Nope, no browsing the internet.
It's yeah.
So do you have access to the combined model now?
What is the combined model?
Like if you
Yeah, it's
go,
regular ChatGPT. If you click on
yeah,
ChatGPT,
start up a new, not in GPTs, but start up a new conversation, new
yeah,
chat.
that one.
Here.
Yeah, so here, try it. Say, create a coloring page book or coloring page for Haley.ai. See if it fetches it and then uses GPT-3 to create.
So it says with DALI and browsing and analysis.
Yeah,
You
so they
see.
combined it.
Uh-huh.
But did it actually? It doesn't look like it did the fetch. So try a prompt of fetch this information and then bring it into 2 prompts.
What does it do right now?
Right now, it's creating an image based off of
Just
the link.
the link. Let's
I don't
see what.
think it fetched the link though. Because usually it would say browsing. So try say fetch Haley AI. So okay, and then you can try create a coloring book page for Haley. This will save at least 20 seconds of my life from having to switch around from. So that's cool. Maybe one day me and Fede will get access. Did you get access, Fede?
Yeah.
I saw the old one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten. Let me see if they rolled it out to me yet. No, I'm still on the old stuff.
Does it look like Heli?
It'd be cool if it could do like GPT vision on images on the website, but I don't think it's that advanced.
Yeah.
But you can always, yeah, you can include pictures, so you can take screenshots and put them in there.
Can I ask it to redesign the site?
I tried to like generate a simple background for my slides, and I couldn't do it. It adds a lot of things. It can create like a plain background with no things. It adds like clouds and mountains and things, and yeah, it's just stupid.
What did you say? Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Well, maybe one day I'll be cool like you guys and have access. This is just vision too, huh? Yeah, and one thing I need to modify the above the fold landing page to target easy audit. Move away from being an AI assistant to being a AI sensitive information detector or something. But the market's big. Like you guys saw, I posted on general how big that market is.
Yeah.
Because this is something most companies need. They need to be compliant. So it's something that we can sell to everybody. And you can have a champion pushing for it as opposed to what we were doing before. But even smart search is amazing. So it can do all that stuff, right? It's a big hammer that you can hammer a lot of nails.
Yep. Especially after adopting other types of content.
All right. So just to recap, Fede, once you get your presentation, you can send it over to me if you want some feedback, and then see about that fallback. I'll send you the code, and then you're just hammer out those last things so I can get this in the hands of some beta testers.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.